Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's Unit 3, Day 2, isn't it? Unit 3, Day 2, we're going to solve some more equations. What we're going to do is we're actually going to sort of introduce something that we're going to talk about in class. Algebra tiles. Alright, now, there are some rules for algebra tiles. The first rule is that a red and a yellow will cancel out. A blue and a red will also cancel out. So, if we look here, what we want to do is we want to get this blue one, and we always want to have a blue and then something over here. Imagine that there's a dotted line down here. Whatever I put on this side of the equation, on the left side, I got to put on the right. I want to get x by itself, so to cancel out these yellow tiles, I'm going to put a red and a red. Now if I put two reds over there, I got to put two reds over here. And I match up any yellows and reds together, and I just delete them. I do the same thing here. I do the same thing here. And I'm left with x equals 1. Now what I started with was x minus 2 equals, x plus 2 equals 3. And I subtracted 2 from both sides. And so this gives you sort of a visual idea of what we're doing when we're solving equations. We're actually doing the inverse operation. We're doing the opposite of what is needed to be done to get x by itself. If I go to this next one, we got to first set it up. And to set it up, we're going to put two x's and two yellows on this side. And if you need to, draw the line. And on the right, we're going to put 6 of these guys. And that's 6 algebra tiles. So what do we need to do? We need the x's by themselves. So I've got to add 2 reds to each side of my equation. And let's demonstrate that by hand as well, what we're doing. We're subtracting 2 from each side. That leaves me 4. 2x, so these guys cancel out. 6 minus 2. So let's demonstrate this on our map. I'm just going to highlight everything there because I know that the yellows and the reds are going to cancel out. So I just highlight them all. I delete them. And then I'm going to highlight a yellow and a red, and I cancel it out. So I have 2x equals 4. Now, the next step is to sort of separate these. I like to move these so they're like this. Now, evenly, how much does x equal? So I've got to put these into 2 groups. So I divide 2 into both sides. And so I get x equals 2. And this is what is demonstrated here with the algebra tiles. Next, we need to make sure that we write down the equation. This is a 2x plus 3 equals negative 2 plus an x. Alright, now we need to get all the x's on one side of the equation, so let's build our line. Alright, we also need to get all the numbers on one side, so let's do this. Let's get rid of this x right here. Alright, now watch. If we put a red right here, I've got to put a red x over here. So what happens is these x's will cancel out. So there's no more x's on this side. And one of these x's will cancel out over here. So let's demonstrate that over here by hand. I subtract an x. and I subtract an x from 2x. I'm adding like terms, so I'm left with 1x equals, excuse me, this cancels out. So that's exactly what I have left, is x plus 3 equals negative 2. I got to get rid of these 3. 1, 2, 3. And let's highlight these because they're gone. And I do whatever I did on one side, I got to do the other. And I add my 3 and do it by hand. I subtract my 3. Subtract my 3. And I'm left with x equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all negative. And so, you know, in class, you're going to actually have to perform this on the smartboard and show me that you have an idea of what's happening here. So make sure you follow along. If you need to write it down, write it down. Go back and look over it again. Don't be afraid. Alright, let's solve this equation. I'm going to draw my line down the equal sign. Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. I want to solve for b, which is right here. Here's the b. So I want to get rid of this guy first. So I'm going to add 2. I rewrite. Now, you're going to get sick of rewriting, but I rewrite. Those cancel out. I've got to do the inverse of 1/3. The inverse of 1/3 is 3 over 1. These cancel out now. Whatever I do to one side, I got to do to the other. So I have b equals 18 over 1, or I could put 18. Now, if I wanted to check this, I just plug it in. Times 18 minus 2 equals, let's see what it equals. It should equal 4, but 1/3 times 18 is 6 minus 2. Well, that equals 4. So if you notice those two things equal up, it checks out. Next one. First thing you're going to have to do is distribute. Alright, so that means that this 2 gets multiplied to this x and to this 4. It's got to be to both of them, so it's going to be 2x minus 8 equals negative 8. I build my line, solving for x. So I don't want to get rid of this 2 yet, I just want to get rid of the negative 8. So I do the opposite of negative 8. I add 8 to both sides, I'm left with 0 equals 2x, because those cancel out and those cancel out. Divide by 2. X is 0. Last example, I believe this is. Yes, it is. Last example, Coach O'Neill buys a car worth $5,000. Coach paid a down payment of $1,000 and is able to pay $250 per month. How many months will it take for him to own the car? How many years is this? So Coach buys a car worth $5,000. So let's write down $5,000. And a down payment is like the amount I paid right off the bat. So I paid $1,000 right off the bat. And I was also able to pay an extra $250 per month. So I want to solve this equation for m. M is how many months it'll take. So I get rid of this $1,000 because I actually paid, or actually I have $4,000 left to pay on the car. Then I divide by 250. So 4,000, let me get my calculator. 4,000 divided by 250 is 16 months. So my M is 16 months. Well, how many years is that? In years, it would be 1, let's see, 1, and that would have 4 over 12, 1 1/3 years. Get used to it. We're going to do a ton of story problems. Alright. The last 3 are on your own. Number 1, make sure that you combine like terms. Use the algebra tiles. There are algebra tiles on the website. If you like the algebra tiles, go and use them. Number 2, you better make sure that you distribute first. Number 3, please distribute first, and then add your like terms. All right. Make sure you put that in Skyward. Just your answers. I don't need the variables. I just want your answers for each one of them. I understand that there's an A or a B or an X. So just put your answer in it, and I'll see you in class.